So I'm gonna continue with the other side of the teeth now, and continue with forming the nose. But it's kind of optional. I didn't do optional nose on this second one I did, but I think I want to give a nose form because I kind of feel like doesn't really give the shape of what they actually are trying to do with the mask, because the mask is kind of like a samurai face mask or something, and it's kind of, so I'm gonna do a little bit more of a shape around the nose to indicate it, because now I kind of feel like it reminds me of a kind of like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles without the nose. I'm gonna try to add that, but it's totally optional. It looks pretty good even if you just leave it flat up to over your nose. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna continue, and I'm gonna add these earpieces, because it's gonna come out like so. So to make it a bit, so this one, yeah. But let's continue with yarn. So I'm gonna come from this side. So yeah. It's gonna come, let's make, gonna start doing the earpiece now, so gonna try to work in those yarn pieces on the way. So the idea is to do a chain that's come around the ears, and chains gonna come pretty much just over like so. So depends how far back your ears are, so you cannot, ears cannot start on the tip of this. So you're gonna do a chain that's about 20 or so, 20 chain. So, and I'm gonna try to see if I can work in one of the edges here. So I'm gonna try to work in that one. So one. Let's see how much that is. It's about 19 centimeters. Maybe a little bit too much. Just gonna check if it's tall enough. So yeah, guess it come over. Seems to be a bit too much. Come over like so. So this one, yeah. Let's see. Let's just make a good row here. I think I'm gonna go with about 15 or so. It seems to be a good length. So like so, that's about 15 centimeters. That seems to be the magic number in this case. I'll work that little tail later. So that, and about in, it's gonna come in about there, I think. Yeah. do a little like so. Like so. I should have done it before, but yeah. Better late than never, I guess. So, the idea now is to work your way over. Then, after you're done with that part, you're gonna come back to doing the thing around, kind of slimming out a little bit more around the teeth and the mouth part. So we're just gonna come over with normal stitches for now. So let's come over like so. Like so. So the only thing I did was crochet right over. So you're gonna do about one row start now. So I just gonna replicate, do the other earpiece or the ear loop. So there. Now we have the two earpieces, and I'm gonna show just a little bit. Now we have two ear loops or earpieces, so where you can call them. So now we have something that's a little bit slack, but it's gonna get tighter when you work up them. So if we can align it and kind of spread it out. So I'm gonna do one over before I'm gonna start on the nose, and just work with it. If you do this normal, if you do this without doing the nose, you're just gonna work to about just be underneath your eyes. If you're gonna do it just flat up, and what you're gonna remember is you're gonna work on this edge a little to make this hole a little bit more smaller. So when you if we go, so I just made those, I made wrong already, but like so the idea is you're gonna work up on this chain together on this back. So you go like so. And just over. I think I need to do about one or two rows more before I'm gonna start on the nose. So it's gonna do that and come back to you. So now go like so, and yes, gonna see if yes, one more out. So let's check it again how it fits. It's gonna be about there. Yeah, I think, or maybe, yeah, So gonna do the nose. So if you have something that's not so pointy, so I'm gonna mark it to crochet hooks around my nose. So the mark's gonna be where the nose comes. So first one is about there, and the next one comes about so. So when you mark, because you have it on your face, you don't want to have anything pointy or sharp. So the nose is gonna start in here. So with that, I have my markers. And just to have something a little bit more manageable, I'm gonna change this marker to just some piece of yarn. So there's my first marker, and there's my second marker. And then just to make sure it's kind of centered, you fold it in half and kind of go by eye. It's the best way to give it a font. So, like so. So that's my mark for my nose. Gonna come up, or gonna come out, and like everything else, you need the measurements. So you can kind of measure how far out it must come. It looks like so. So about 2 centimeters or so. So you're gonna do 1.5 centimeter out or so, because it's gonna kind of run out over your nose a little bit. So yeah. So where's my working end? There. Just get this out of the way. So just gonna continue on this road till I come to my markers. So yeah, like so. Oh, can remove that one. So, and there. So I'm gonna start with the nose. So first I'm just gonna make a little preference about the middle. So it seems to be about here. So the idea is it's gonna come out about 2, and you kind of get form of the nostrils on it, but I'm gonna do a little bit smooth. So if I have an example, so it's gonna come up with a loop, so you get a hole for your nostrils a little bit discreet inside. So I'm gonna see how that comes, and I've done it on this mask type before, but I think it's gonna make a little bit more of the impression of the kind of samurai features, the samurai mask features that's the mask in anime has. So just gonna do a chain. So like so, 1, 2, 3, 4, like so. Let's see. It's a little bit short, I think. Yeah. So there seems to be good. Let's just check. So yeah, about there. So the idea is doing 2 bumps and then form them into the shape of the nose. So that's the first one. Do a half stitch, like so. Remove that marker, and now gonna work up the chain a little bit. So first do the normal one, just like there, half stitch, like so. Now do 2 ups per cell, like so. Just check the length. Seems to be good. And now can I replicate this triangle on the other side? So this is kind of the idea of the nose. So I'm gonna start with having it open, and if it doesn't work out, I think I'm maybe gonna crochet over the nostrils. But for now, I'm just gonna leave them open and see how it comes, more depending on the feel of it. So now it's just normal over to the earpiece or the ear loop, like so. Just gonna show how it goes through the nose so far. So now with the nose piece, it's gonna lay like so. Then you cannot form and shrink it down to go over the nose. But I think it was pretty good centered. Maybe a little bit bigger nostril on one side, maybe. I don't know. Maybe it just looks so on the camera. So like so. Gonna work. So it's gonna work to come here with normal stitches. Then we're gonna start with kind of slimming down of the nose. So like so. So I'm just gonna start with slimming down here. So this stitch is gonna come, kinda work the edge of the nose. Like so. So you're gonna shrink it down. So you're gonna do 2 in 1, like so. Or you're gonna shrink down with doing 2 in 1. So like so, and then do a normal row over. So now the last one here, or the last one on the nose part here, gonna shrink it on this side too, so this one goes together. So yeah, 3 on and go through all 3, like so. And just normal stitches all the way to the ear loop. So can I start see the form of the nose now? It's gonna come up like so. So next row here, it's gonna come right over and gonna start shrinking down some more on the nose. So this one is just straight over with normal stitches to come to about the nose, and then I'm gonna continue explaining it when I come there. So yeah. So now we're gonna work on the shape of your own nose. So this part is gonna be gonna work up to about the middle of those sides, then shrink down on both sides to kinda warp the nose with a first bump of the nose. If you've given a an explanation of it. So this one road now is gonna come up like normal, like so. And with this part now, or maybe one more. Yeah, like so. So both sides of the nose part now is gonna come, and you're gonna shrink it down, so like so. That side. And the other side, like so. And normal stitches from now. So now gonna see how it fits and kind of go from there. So we're gonna see how it fits over. So try not to lose. So yeah, I think it's kind of come out good so far. Maybe I need to come down a little more aggressive on the sides a little bit more. So it's gonna so next one is gonna be a little fringe on the sides and on the top, I think, but maybe just the sides, because you want it kind of to low flat on your face as much as possible. We can, oh, there it is. So the nose is gonna come somewhat over, so when it comes tight, you're only gonna see the black part, and only kind of when you see nostrils, if I blow up the face like so. So I think it's need a little bit more of shape, but so far it's pretty good. So yeah, maybe I need to come back and give it more of the shape when I do the lips later, but so far I think I kind of get the right shape. So like I said before, it's an option to have more of a form of the nose, but I want to give a little bit more of the feeling of the face of the mask. So just gonna do normal stitches over to come to the nose part. So yeah, so like now you can kind of flatten out, kind of give the feeling of how it's gonna give the shape when it's on. So I think, yeah. So I'm gonna shrink down 2 now. So 2 together. So the end, and I think I need to come a little bit higher before I can start to shrink more on the tip of the nose. So yeah, so I think the best explanation how you want the nose is gonna come up a little bit like a bell shape or a cone up. It's gonna come up a little bit like a bell on the shape of the rim of the tip of the nose. So if you look at it in profile, so yeah, like so. So that's kind of profile there. So it's gonna come up a little bit like so. So you're gonna work around. So you're gonna work so we can have a bell shape or a half of a bell, more or less. So let's see. So the next shorten gonna be, or maybe I just gonna go right over. It's gonna check. So yeah. So it seems like it's not so strict of a curve I need to do. So maybe just one on the middle. So alright. Need to come in a little bit more. So I think about 2 on the sides again. So I can say, if you're gonna do it to someone else, I recommend to do it just flat. But if you do it to yourself, feel free to work around your nose. It's really kind of frustrating, but I think it gives more of feeling for a mask when you add the nose part. So let's see. Yeah. So now comes 2 together. And it seems to be about the middle there too, so 2 together again. Like so. And normal ones now. So yes, before I come too far after that, I'm just gonna show, kind of look a little quick how it fits. I think it's coming out pretty good, but I think I need to go over the nostrils later, because the does just doesn't want to lie on a good angle. So yeah. So yeah, that's a good way to look how far you need to get it before, so that you not do it too long. So it's just gonna come about right under the eyes. It's coming pretty good. So yeah. So yeah. So parts to actually get kind of like this good edge here is doing like last one is 1.5 stitch and then just a half stitch up, and it seems to get kind of a nice edge on the ear loops. So yeah, but so I'm on the last row I just did the one in the middle again, so it's gonna make a little bit so it's not gonna come out so easy, and see how it looks like so. I think that's about right. So I think I'm gonna stop working my way up now, and so I'm gonna leave a little bit of a tail to make it easier to work later. So to kind of end the nose, I think I'm just gonna shade over the nostrils. So these is ways I can come on it, just do it right on. So like so. I guess another part you can do it if you because I didn't get the nostrils idea to kind of work, but I guess you can do part of double stitches. I guess there when you come out of that part, can make an nose shape on that, but I think I'm gonna try to form it a little bit more when I do the underlips. So if we show it how it looks now. Yeah. I don't know if the camera gives it. I think this profile gives pretty good. Right on it seems pretty. It seems just like a big ball on it. If we shape it a little bit more somehow, I think it can work. But I think it definitely gives more of shape on the mask. Maybe it's where you can find better ways to do it, but I think it's much better than just leave it flat, but do as you prefer. But it's kinda, it's more of a shape of the formness seems a little bit hard to get, I guess.